Hi traders, welcome to FXDD. We are going to start very soon. So live trading today, our standard trading webinar. So I hope that we will make pips again. Today is February 26th. I already spotted some nice setups. So let's start. Foreign exchange trading carries a high level of risk that is not suitable for all investors. Have in mind that everything you see here is my personal opinion only. Please educate yourself on the risks associated with forex trading, and if you're not sure, seek advice from an independent financial or tax advisor. And also, guys, on these web addresses, sign up for more trading webinars, live education, and of course, live trading. Have in mind that each day I also provide the analysis, so you can read my price action analysis on the FXDD website too. So let's start with trading, guys. I will move on to my template. The trade that we might take now is actually the Australian dollar. I will try to trade this now, and I'm opening the trade right now. Okay, so the trade is opened. It's the Australian dollar, and what I think is if the price starts really with momentum push, we might see 72.10. Okay, so 72.10 possible target. Do not trade with big risk, guys. Always try to keep the risk as low as possible. I mean, I'm usually using in between 0.5 and 3%. I advise you to stick to, let's say, 2% of risk. So this is the trade. And let's see. One more thing. I'm also monitoring your questions. Okay, so according targets and stops according to our trading idea is the target is 72.10. Okay, we go with full price projection, and stop loss is 71. I will say 20. I will add 71.15. So this could be the stop. And also have in mind that if the price drops a little bit further down, I might add one more position, and I will keep stop loss the same. I will add 0.10 and will keep stop loss the same. So let's see what might happen here. Basically, what I see here is that the price is supported. The Australian dollar, the price is supported, but we need momentum if we want the price to go further up. Also, guys, if you have any questions, I see the question about pound yen. I will open it right away, but have in mind that pound yen is also risky currency, so I might prefer to, let's say, don't touch it now. But of course, if you see a setup, why not? I mean, always welcome. Okay, just give me a few seconds. Okay, so GBP yen, let's see if we have a setup. Yeah, this is a bullish market, and you can see here, guys, exactly at this price here, the price made a leg to the upside. You also have head and shoulders inverted pattern here. This is left shoulder, this is head, this is the right shoulder, and exactly at the break of this head and shoulders pattern, price went up, retested it, and went up again. So if you ask me what I would do here is actually I would go long. I'm not shorting this now. I would go long. I would wait for the price to drop here towards 145.0, 0.50 or 145.10, even 145.90. So the zone, I will mark it here, 144. Okay, this is the zone, 80 to 145.05. And if the price makes a U-turn here with some reversal pattern, then I might say, okay, guys, let's trade this. Let's join and trade, but only if the price drops and make a U-turn with a reversal candle. So this is the answer to your question, Velislav. What about GBPN? It's supported. As you can see, this is a nice uptrend, strong uptrend, because the market is not making any bigger pullbacks. but I'm not buying at the resistance. I want actually in uptrend, I want to buy the dip. So we want to see a dip before we do anything, right? Okay, so the trade that I'm currently having is the Australian dollar. It should go up. I hope that it will go up. But as I say, let's wait and see. If the price on the Australian dollar goes up, I might protect the trade, scale out around 71.81, put the rest to break even, and ride a free ride towards 72.5, 72.10. Of course, if I see that the price is actually is trying to break the 72.05, and with no success, I might close the trade without leaving the full target. But definitely, if the price listens to me, if it goes up, I will protect the trade somewhere around this zone here. Also, if it drops a little bit lower, I will use the same stop loss, but I will add one more position. It's called scaling in, and scaling in is also a technique that I use for trading each day. I mean, scaling in is something that I really am very fond of, a very, very useful technique to trade the market. So definitely I'm waiting. I will wait and see what will happen, because the Australian dollar is not that susceptible to some news events. For example, now Mr. Powell is speaking, Fed chairman, and I see that euro dollar is dropping. So basically, you see the euro dollar made a nice push to the upside. Now it's dropping. As I already explained, I'm not trading the euro dollar. The euro dollar, in my opinion, is definitely the pair that we should avoid right now, because it's the range, guys, and I'm not particularly into a range bound trading. If you zoom in like this, for example, I will remove these lines, and you can also zoom in. You will see that this range really is heavy, and I don't like to trade ranges. I only trade trending markets. It is slightly bullish, in my opinion, just for a trend. But either way, this is not something that I would like to trade, because I think that there are better markets to trade. So I have chosen the Australian dollar. Maybe it's a little bit calmer market, but guys, if you want to trade successfully, you also need to know what to trade and when to trade. Sometimes not having a position in the market equals to being in a profit. I always repeat it. The question, Nenad, please repeat a trade, long, short, price again. Okay, I will write it here. The Australian dollar long. Okay, entry is I'm typing it here. Okay, 0.7140 to 55. Okay. Stop loss is 0.7115, and TP is 0.7210. So this is it. Okay, so this is what I have here. Okay, this is what I have here, and I might add a little bit more if the brand, now it's dropping, so I might add a little bit more if it drops here in the zone. I'm keeping the stop loss the same. I won't be actually moving anything, but let's see, let's wait. I mean, it's always risky, guys. So far on our live trading webinars, well, I think every single trade went in profit. So I expect really that we might have some losing trades from time to time, because it's normal. It's like you need to lose. It's the market. You cannot always win. So let's see. I mean, I started this account from 10,000. Now you see it's in profit. So I mean, we will have some losses. I expect it, but well, of course we try to avoid it, but it's inevitable in my opinion, because we always need to have some losses. Of course, more wins than losses, but from time to time it's perfectly normal, guys, that you lose a trade. That is why I'm totally calm when I trade. I don't gamble. I don't use big risk. It's always, I'm very, very focused on what I'm doing. And yeah, so scaling in, that is what you also need to use. And in one of my next webinars, in future sessions with FXDD, I will actually explain how you can use scaling in to your advantage, guys. I think scaling in is a very, very useful technique if you know how to apply it and how to trade it. Okay, so that is basically it. I won't be trading anything much now except for this Australian dollar, simply because the market is now a bit nervous. It's like the news and Fed chairman conference can actually spike the price the other way that we actually want it, and then the price might return. So I'm not particularly into anything except for the Australian dollar. Also, guys, see here, this is cup with candle pattern. You see, this is cup with candle. So this could be also, if this is the cup, this is the candle, it's bullish. So further bullish momentum definitely should appear above this high here. But as I'm saying, we don't know if the price will go there. I hope if the price goes there, I might protect my trade, put the rest to break even because this is resistance, and then we will ride a free ride. So let's see and wait if this will happen or not. Okay, so the price is going a little bit lower. Well, I would like to see it a little bit more down so I can add one more position if it happens. But if not, still, I'm with small risk here. Don't risk much. So yeah, let's wait and see. Always try to risk profits, guys. It's important that you try to manage your lot size and entries, that you actually risk profits, not the balance or the equity, the full equity. It's always good to risk only profits. If you have any other questions, just feel free to ask me. I'm also scanning other pairs, but I don't see anything particular to trade here. Yeah, euro dollar. Don't ask me about euro dollar. Really, I explained it, and I did the analysis 2 times on the euro dollar. Also live analysis. It's rangy, guys. Too big, too boring range. Very boring range. Watch this. Only 40 pips of the ATR. So when you see this ATR that it has 40 pips, it tells you that the market is slow, market is boring, and there is a big range going on. So I'm not particularly interested to trade the euro dollar right now, really, because you see, nothing is happening here. Dollar yen, Daniel is asking about dollar yen. Okay, you see dollar yen, we had a push, and this was a bullish signal. Now the Fed chairman is talking, so we see some drop and price spiking up. So this looks like a bullish market, in my opinion. But I would again stay away. I would stay away right now because I don't want to be caught in some strange spike that is caused by Fed chairman, some, I don't know, surprise that he might throw at the market. And because of that, I otherwise I would make a long call now. But because of this, I'm very careful. Also, guys, watch this. Heavy range, a lot of bullish signals. It's okay. If you took like 20 pips for all of this, that's perfect. But watch this one. This was the best one. T89 rejection and 50 pips in instant. And here you see another. So this market is bullish. But as I'm saying, it's a little bit risky to trade it right now because of the Fed chairman. But yes, if you want to buy, you can buy it. I'm still into the Australian dollar. So if you go long, of course, you need to put stop loss below 110.36, 30, let's say, and try to aim for, well, you see, this is the full price projection. This is weekly. I'm a little bit suspicious. You know why? Because you don't have much room to resistance, and from risk to reward perspective, it's not fine. Although if you want to, let's say, trade with smaller stop loss. You can put stop loss at 110.55. So you might, if you enter now, you might risk only 25 pips, and your target then is the same, 111.610 to 111.15. Only if it breaks 111.20, it will go up, because you see this is weekly H5, the strongest resistance on the weekly, according to weekly pivots, and only if the price breaks this confluence of weekly H5 and daily H3, it should go up. So I'm not sure that it might break right now. So if you want to buy it, this is okay to buy it. Stop loss should go here, and then targets are there. Okay, yeah, that is what I might also, what I would do if I'm not already at my maximum risk. I will add one more position now, so I'm not doing anything else. So the Australian dollar, one more position, and that's it, guys. Stop loss is the same, target is there. So yeah, that's it basically. Let's see what we will have. It's like the average, it's like 35 pips. Stop loss, I'm looking for some 60 pips. But then again, I would scale out probably if the price gets me higher. I would prefer this zone or this zone, and then I might scale out, put the rest to break even. Enjoy, we traders call it a free ride, because if you put your stop loss to break even +1, then you are actually protecting your trade. If it hits stop loss, you won't be stopped out in a loss, because you put a trade at break even +1. It's BE +1. That is how we call it, break even +1. The question about the gold, okay? Gold, I will take a look now. Gold, okay, should be here. Yeah, I don't see it. I don't know why. I will go to symbolist. XAU-USD, it should be there. Let's see, XAG. Okay, this is silver. Yeah, it's there. Gold, effectively, we see a downtrend in gold, but it's not a very, very strong downtrend, because you see the price is rejecting, but not with a strong momentum. So what I would say is, if the price gets here between 1330, 1331, watch for reversal patterns. Even better, if the price gets to 1335, watch for reversal patterns. That might be a signal for you to sell. Although this is not a very, very clear to me, because we see a head and shoulders, like shoulder, head, shoulder, giant head and shoulders, and still the price looks supported, guys. And it cannot break the support. So we had only the break of this trend line, okay, but it's not like it's breaking like it with momentum. And also we see, you see, it's like nothing is happening here that would suggest that it's a very, very bearish move. So still, if you want to go short there or there, wait for reversal pattern and treat this trade as a, I cannot say as a scalp trade, but let's say that you might protect your profits maybe after 15 pips or sooner, if you see that market cannot push it down or pull it down. So that is why I say always it's important to watch the price. I mean, when I trade, I really don't do like set and forget, because set and forget is you're not paying attention to price action. And when you trade, especially on intraday time frames, momentum is strong. So you really need to protect the price if it starts moving your way, because suddenly, especially if out of the blue news kick in, your profits you might get stopped out, and instead of taking profits, you will end up with a loss. So that is important, guys. Believe me. I mean, I'm so long into this forex trading, and I've been through a lot of bad stuff, of course, losing trades, everything, and I know what I'm telling you. It's always the best to protect your profits once you're in profit. Is the safest bet. That is what I do with scaling out. So that is why I picked the Australian dollar. So bullish market. I'm waiting for the price to settle and go up. I hope that we will see a push to the upside. A lot of price confluence here telling me that the price wants to go up. Cup with candle, Marubozu T80, almost T89 also, but I see a big Marubozu also piercing line from my EMA, so it should go up. But well, let's see. Nothing is certain, guys, in forex trading. I mean, in life, nothing is certain, right? Euro CAD. The question about Euro CAD. Yeah, you see V-shaped reversal, start of ascending scallop. This is bullish. If the price gets there at around 1450, 1460, I would definitely pay attention to possible U-turn. If it happens, that will be a signal for you to take a long trade. So if this happens here, a U-turn, you might take a long trade. Have in mind that full price projection is 50-60. So if you trade from this spot, you will still have room till next support. But this looks like we had a transition from downtrend to uptrend. This was the transition. So a lot of downtrend signals. Nice one. Then ranging market. Still, you could have made some pips. You see congestion of Bollinger Band. So definitely, yeah, and the last signal, this could be the transition. So this is long market for me, really bullish market. So I would wait for the price to get there and make a U-turn and then bang, why not go up? My opinion about Euro Australian dollar. Okay, Euro Australian dollar. Well, ranging market with slightly bullish outlook. We see inverted head and shoulders. Head, shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder. And if it stays above this level, 58.40, yeah, let me just check something. Yeah. Below this level, it will be bearish. Until then, this could go up. You see, it's like neutral market. I wouldn't trade this if you ask me. Big, okay, spike to the downside, and it's okay because this was downtrend. Then huge spike to the upside because of the Australian dollar weakness. Then market is back to normal. It looks like it could go up, but you see the middle Bollinger Band, it's going down. So mixed signals here, definitely mixed signals. I would be careful of this market, definitely, about Euro Australian dollar. Very, very careful. It's not like Euro dollar. Even Euro dollar is better. It's still supported that it could go up. And yeah, the Australian dollar for me is even better because it's not susceptible to price movements during Fed conference, such as the Australian dollar, or such as the Euro dollar. So I will leave this, guys. And even if I don't protect, if we don't see a big momentum to the upside during the active London or New York session, I would place a trailing stop of 20 pips during Tokyo session or late New Zealand Wellington session. So I would definitely place a trailing stop. Trailing stop is a great thing to protect your profits once you're in a trade. That is how I would do if my stop loss is not hit or I see that market is not going anywhere. I would definitely place a 20 pip stop loss, trailing stop loss. 20 pip trail. Okay, guys, do you have any other questions? If not, basically this is what I had for you today. Live trading session, live entries, the Australian dollar 71.53, 71.48, the average is 71.50, stop loss 71.15, TP 72.10, full price projection. The question about GBPN, I explained it already, but I can do again only if the price drops here between 144.80, 145.05. I would wait for reversal pattern and go long. This is bullish market, but it's too high for me to buy it now. In uptrend, I always wait for the price to drop, then I buy it. So I would wait for a drop, a U-turn, like reversal pattern, and then you can go long. Of course, if you go long here, your stop loss should be below this low here. So something around 144.30, targeting 147, but protect your trade. If you go long here, try to protect your trade around 145.70. So you see, there is a lot of room till next resistance if the price drops, because the average true range is 107 pips, much higher than euro and Australian dollar. Dollar CAD, I was actually trading this yesterday, and I put a overnight trade, and I lost this trade. My stop loss got hit 40 pips. So at this point, I think that this was a transitional trade, so the market could turn bullish. I would wait for the price to retest this zone here, and eventually it could go up. But now I think that this is a change of the trend. Of course, I'm talking from intraday perspective, because usually when there is a signal and the signal doesn't go quite well, there is a transition in the market from downtrend to uptrend and vice versa. That is what I noticed. So I would buy the dip on the dollar CAD, definitely. Yeah, I would buy the dip. You see, guys, how I'm relaxed. That is how you need to trade also. Don't risk much. Try to analyze the market. Listen to what I have to say, because I'm always giving you the best possible setups that I also trade, and you should be really on the safe side. If you risk, like I'm telling you to risk, like, I don't know, 0.5, 2%. I mean, it's like slowly build your account. That is how professional traders do. That is what I really advise you to do. I mean, believe me, guys, I've been really into this market, and I'm in love in this market totally. So this is who I am, and this is what I'm telling you from first hand. Don't risk much. Be a professional trader. Scale in. Put your stop loss to break even +1. Protect your trade. That is the way to success. Okay. So that would be all, guys. I don't see any further. I don't see any questions. Once more, before I leave, sign up for more webinars, guys. FXDD, trade with a broker. It's our partners broker, supported broker. Come to my webinars to see how I trade, live education. We still have a lot more to show, so feel free to join. Regarding the Australian dollar, I would protect my trade here and would definitely wait for full price projection. If I see that the price cannot break 71.96 or 72.5, I would close my trade completely. That would be all. Thank you, guys, for listening. I wish you a great trading week, the rest of the week, and I hope that we will make money with this Australian dollar trade. As always, guys, cheers and trade safe.